Well, hot damn, man. I feel like I had to hit record. I really am loving this song and enjoying making this more than almost any one that I've done so far. And I love the song, and I've held off on this one purposely to try to, you know, execute this in a manner that's up to my standards. And before, I just don't think I could have hit them. And now I think I have. I won't be able to hit the singing part. I'm gonna really try to get a different vocalist on this one here, folks. Um, Man, this is Ordinary Worlds, and I tell you what, it's just a beautiful song by Duran Duran, and it's just something that is, man, it's a magical song to listen to, and I wanted to keep it kind of traditional, but like take it in its own little way, and um, like a very calm vibe. But I wanted it big. I wanted it to sound like there was a lot of live players there, and I wanted it very, very, very organic. So here I am. I just started laying in some vocals, and I put some punish on there, and I hit play, and I was pretty amazed by it, and I was like, well, I'm gonna turn OBS on. I'm gonna record this, and well, here we are. Maybe we can listen to this together here, and then maybe I think I'm gonna do a breakdown of this whole thing here. I think I got 15 tracks. I think here we could just go through it really quickly, and I'm not gonna get into my vocals down here on my group 12 and 15 here. I'm not going to get into that right now because those are just place markers. But we're just going to talk about what I did here, and let's listen to the intro to this and listen to a little bit of it, and then let's break down what is going on in here and how I got it to how I fulfilled my goal, so to speak. And I did it with some powerful tools. I don't think you would need them, but it does help to have certain ones on it. I think it's a little clean recordings are the key, I think, when you're getting some mixing going like this. I mean, there's some other tricks you can do, but if you're finding yourself having to do all those tricks, maybe you should go back to the core sounds. That's how I feel. So good sounds, good in, good out. That's where I'm at. And here we are. Let's take a listen. Hot damn if that doesn't. It just gives me goosebumps. It just sounds so damn good, and I can't get hold of it. I wish I could sing better for myself to throw it on there. I'm going to do it anyway. I mean, I sang it yesterday, and it was very horrible. So I'm going to try to do that after I get done with the recording, and I can turn my my drivers back on. So here we go. What's going on here? Let's talk about this. The marimbas was the first thing I put in there, and it was the vibe that I got. I was like, I want organic and wood wood xylophones and marimbas or whatever you want to throw in there was the idea I had. So I went right into my packs and went and grabbed a standard one right out of Ableton here. Yes, that's Collision down here. So cool. Yeah, I mean, I love Collision, and it sounds really good. I think I played with a few different things, and I think I moved some things, a few different things around here. I couldn't tell you what I did yesterday at all, but let's listen to this by itself. And this is like kind of where the meat sauce of the whole thing fell in. I loved this part. Well, as soon as I kind of heard this, I was like, all right, I'm going to work with this thing. Now I have these timed off a little bit. This is the first one that I threw in here, and I didn't like it all super quantized. It just sounded like like it was being played off of a machine. And so I swooped these in here, and I gave it a little bit of life and humanization with some quantize at 16% and timing down to 87. A little extreme on that. Maybe I can change that, but for right now, I mean, listening to it by itself, That could be something that I nitpick, but you guys know I'm not a nitpicker. I just like to make stuff. That's where if it starts not getting fun, that's when I'm gonna stop not trying to make that. You know, pick good sounds in the beginning and then go. That's where I'm at, man. Get good stuff to work with, and I don't have to fight it all the way down. That saves my time. Time is money. Boom. Let's see. That was first, and I think what did I bust in there next? Definitely was probably that dulcimer. You know, I love the dulcimer, and this dulcimer just sounds really good. Let's go ahead and let's single this guy out by himself up here, and let's listen to this intro part because this just. Sounds really cool, man. And this is a free instrument, man. I've done some videos on this thing right here. This comes standard in my set. I like when I open up Ableton, a dulcimer is part of my thing. A dulcimer and addictive keys, and one of those 64 drum kits out of the pack 11s, out of Ableton 11 packs that came out. So, hey, that's standard. I love that stuff. That's my sauces right there. A jazz kit or the dub kit or something like that. Either one of those. I'll take either one. I mean, the dub kit's kind of a little odd, but that's probably what I have on there is the dub kit because it's odd. The kids like playing it here. Hand them the pads. Go crazy, kids. All right, so now we went to bass next. I think I went to find a bass, and I wanted that organic. I wanted kind of like a stand-up thing, and well, you know, my bass, I love, you know, outputs substance. It's hands down. I didn't really like it at first, and I don't like their presets in this thing. Like, calling me crazy. I like coming in here to an initialize preset or initial thingy. But for me, in this case, I went and found an upright. And this upright, the way it was mixed in with everything, I thought was right. This was a preset that just pleased me anyway. I think maybe I changed something on it, but that might just be a stock sound right there. I might have just rolled with it and said, maybe I'll go back later. But it's been sitting in there, and I've been happy with it the whole time. Let's go ahead and put the single on that trick. Big, you know. You know, as I'm making this, I'm like, man, I'm gonna have some struggles, man, because I take some of these pad sounds and the slow pads that I have up here, and I duplicated them and I started layering things out, and I was getting a little bit worried about you know, how everything was gonna sound. My mids were kind of crazy. Let's go down here to this. Let's go down here to this here. This is a little bit of a guitar, like some real guitar at the beginning, some chunks in there. You can kind of barely hear them, but now that you hear them in there, you're going to be like, all right, that's really nice. There's a whole lot going on in the beginning and a whole lot going on in here that just blows your mind. There's so many different instruments. There's got to be 30 something instruments probably working their way into this. The drum kit has 12 itself, 13. Yeah, very cool stuff. And let's talk about the drum kit right now, because that was a sort of a creative difference with somebody else that I was working around with when I had this up. They didn't like the drum part, but the drum part for me was, I wanted it big and organic and real, and it sounds like people back there doing it. So let's take a listen. It's my favorite part, dude. They were not going to argue me out of those drums. That was not going to happen. Now I feel like I wanted to take the little bit of a bass up on those drums, and that's might be what I'm going to do right here. Why we got you on the phone, huh? That's not what we want. All right. Let's hear that. Let's hear that in there. Maybe not. That might have been better right where it was. Let's take that back off. Maybe it's that one sound that's in here, this low piece right here. But I kind of like that, but it makes it a little bit hectic for me. Maybe we could find a different instrument home for this little string of instruments right here. Let's go ahead and play this and move it around. That's where I like that set at. It's a little more in the mids. It's the like the pole stick on the keg instrument right there, and it was down on like a big bat hit. I'm pretty sure. So sorry, I went off on a tangent there, but yeah, hey, that's something that was sort of bothering me through everything. But that was the drums right there, guys, and the drums are super cool. I think we have a little bit of a melody going on here underneath here. So we got the singing part. And that's just some plucks on a cello? Question mark? Let's check it out. Yeah. Pizzicato. And this is just a great instrument right here. This is Novo by Heaviosity here. And we got that multi-sample stuff going on with their dynamics in here. And their playback engine. It's just absolutely crazy. I can't wait to do a video on Novo here. You guys are going to get blown out by this instrument. Very, very cool. So that's really cool. That's very organic. The whole thing is organic besides maybe, I mean, really everything in here is. It's very organic. And then what we added in last was, did I miss anything here? We got strings. We missed some string sections, didn't we? Let's go back to some strings because there's some really cool stuff going on here. Yeah. Kind of synthy strings happening here. Maybe a little bit of organic hybrids. Very big, very nice. We've got the soloist sustain and a small sustain in here being mixed together, and a lot of different effects and things like that. So cool stuff with the another output product there doing the strings. And man, you just gotta love that. Let's see, we have another, that was the first set of strings. We have this right here. That was the guitar. We got our little solo piece here. Let's check out this guy here that's happening. There we go. And I'm not sure if I like that. It was the only weird non-organic thing I threw in there. I still may have a problem with that. I mean, you hate it by itself, but in the mix, it's like, I'm still like, I don't know about that one. I like that it's gritty and it takes it into this one weird place, and then goes back into its little beautiful place. And not that it's not beautiful, it's just, it's like the ugly duckling in the mix, I guess. I'm an ugly duckling kind of guy. What can I say? Hey, it sounds good to me. I like it. Overall, I think it's really good. And then the last things that we did here, let's see. Well, let's see. We got a little bit of. Living way up there on the highs, shrilly. Yeah, you're not sure about that one. And in the mix, that's another one in the mix. It sounds better to me. There's so much big stuff going on there, and it's just a lot of little things layering and a complementing each other. All right, and that's pretty much the gist of this bad boy right here. I thought we had a really good time making this, and cleaning this up is really fun. I can't go any much further without changing my drivers if I want any kind of a great response out of things. I'm gonna start putting some heavy things on my PC to start cleaning these up and getting a better mix happening here, but not too much. I mean, I thought it sounded great, just as it is here. I'm ready to do like a run through really quick. Hear everything in here. Yeah, maybe a little bit of something on that, the ladies singing, the choir in the back, and yeah, maybe a few adjustments there, here and there. But yeah, I'm ready to lay some vocals down on this, some horrible vocals, but I'm not going to put you through that. I've already done that already and heard the outcome, and you guys don't need to be put through that. But we'll try to fix this up with somebody that can sing better than me, because I think this one warrants a little bit more of a professional vocal than I can give. So anyway, that was a walkthrough of the making of the Ordinary World remix that I'm about to be spitting out, folks. So I'll see you guys on the next video. Remember, eat your peas, call your mom, tell somebody you love them.